Hey everybody, welcome back. This is Amanda Moxley, and you are in for a treat. Today we have Tana Barker. She is a dream facilitator, and you guys are going to love. We're talking about worth and all the good things, and she is on a mission to help individuals find the homes of their dreams. Ooh. In whatever season of life they are in, Tana teaches her I am worthy practice, empowering people to recognize their inherent worth and helps them realize that achieving their dreams is both possible and attainable. So let's go. Congratulations for doing that. There's so many women and men watching who they have dreams and yet they feel like they're so far away. How, how is it attainable? How can we do this?
Well, I think the biggest thing that I talk about is worth, right? It's about self-worth. And
Yes.
I think so many times, I mean, there's a statistic that says 80% of women think that they are not enough, not worthy, and 73% of men feel they are not enough or not worthy. So that's a high amount. And I don't know if everybody was telling the truth during that, because I feel like we all go through things in our lives that way we'll hit a mark and it's something new and we're like, oh, do I deserve it?
Yes.
What did I get here on accident? Um,
Mm,
or we've had failures that we go, okay, well, you get scared. And so
so
we
true.
And so we are just constantly having this. It doesn't matter how successful we are, we go through these different ceilings,
Mhm.
and then we kind of step into it, go, "Eh, okay, well, I've never done this before." And so
It's
we have
really
to start.
true.
Mhm.
Like that's so helpful for everyone listening. You're not alone.
You are not alone.
It's a subconscious, down rooted, oh, I don't feel worthy. Like when you really look at it, but you're like consciously, you might think you're worthy. Like you're going for your dreams, you're doing it, but there's something underlay. So how do you help women and men actually own their worth?
So I think one of the biggest things that I do is I do an I am worthy practice.
Okay.
And it's IAMM worthy.
Hmm.
And it stands for intention, affirmations, meditation, and movement. Because I feel like a while ago, not very long ago, I'm 53. And when I turned 47, I decided that I wanted to go into real estate. I'm like, okay, let's do real estate. And I had never done it before. I'd always kind of done things that went with homes, but
Hmm.
never real estate. And so I got my license and I realized quickly that I did not know what I was doing.
Mm.
And I felt like an imposter and I was super scared, super nervous. And so I just started taking a bunch of classes. I'm like, okay, I'll just be a career class taker.
Right, right.
I'll
People
take,
totally do that.
yeah,
Certify me, certify me.
yeah,
Yeah, procrastination, really.
yeah, because I didn't want to jump in. It was scary. And so
Hmm.
I was taking a class, and this lady, her name is Nudia Rivera, she owns Novation Title. She was having us, guiding us through an exercise that she was having us think about our story and if we like our story or not. She's like, what are you telling your friends, your family, your colleagues, yourself? What have you been telling yourself for years or just recently? And she says, do you like your story? And I was 48 at that time. And I remember just like it hit me, and I'm like, I don't like my story.
Wow.
I don't like my story. And I was like, I had been making decisions and choices based on my past failures.
Mm.
And so and that helped me kind of realize it. And she said, if you don't like your story, change it. And I mean, I've heard that before. And I guess it was my at that moment, it hit me at the right moment. And I
Mm.
was like, I can change my story. And
Yeah.
I had been making choices based on my past, like I was defining myself by my past, where in that moment I looked at it and I was like, no, my past doesn't define me. It's the fuel.
Yes.
It's the fuel that propels me forward.
Hmm.
And so from that moment on, I started a mission of finding my worth and looking at my past as a tool, and,
Mhm.
and looking at it as um, a learning experience I started looking at so many things that I had succeeded and I had overcome and I had gotten better and done better. And so
Oh,
from
I love
that,
that.
yeah, it was just such an eye-opening moment for me. And here I was 48 years old and
Mm.
like, oh, okay. And so I started my I am worthy practice, and realizing that those are things that kept me grounded. So
Yes.
I can tell you what they all stand for.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about that for a quick second, and then we'll do that. So I really love what you're saying because a lot of people, what you're saying is they're subconsciously letting their past and the story that they're telling of their past dictate their future and their present. And that was your awakening as I can change it. So can you give an example of how you shifted your past to positive?
Yes. So I feel like a lot of my choices and decisions that I'd made was out of fear because of my past failures.
Hmm.
So then when I made that conscious decision, I started making my choices and my decisions based on who I'm striving to be,
The
who is
future you.
yes. And I realized that I was worthy all along.
Right.
I had been successful and I had made good choices, but it was mostly based on fear. And I started
Wow.
making choices based on, okay, I can do that because I have succeeded at this. I've overcome
Mhm.
this. Yes, I had been married 3 times. I could look at which I had looked at that as a huge failure. What my picker's broken, all the things.
Your chooser. Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? I am learning so much. I have I've gone to, I've read tons of books. I had gone to Codependency No More. I
Mm.
had gone to addiction recovery classes. Do you know what I mean? And I'd done these things that had helped me be a better version of me. And my picker's not broken. I just had
Right.
made some choices and I had learned from those experiences.
That is so freeing. I hope that's really helping someone here today. I love that. Thank you. Okay. So yeah, then tell us how you really worked on this your system to help ground you in the day to day. And that's your I am method.
Yes, my I am worthy method. So what I do is I do like the I, it stands for intentional. So
Mhm.
before I even get up in the morning, I am intentional. I sometimes before I even open my eyes, I just am grateful that I woke up. You know,
Right?
I I am. I'm just so grateful that I woke up, that I get another chance at this life and that I have the opportunity to breathe. I get to see my kids again. I get to visit with my grandkids. I get an opportunity to do better than I did yesterday.
Hmm.
So I'm
So good.
very intentional with my morning thoughts.
Mm.
And because intention is about being purposeful and mindful in our thoughts
Mhm.
and in our actions. And as we're intentional with decisions and choices that are in alignment with our values and our goals, we're going to have better relationships. We're going to have a better
Yes.
day. It's just
So good.
love it. Um, and then okay, so A is for affirmations, and I'm kind of a crazy person about it. I I write all over my mirror all my affirmations.
Like with
And
lipstick or with a Sharpie.
dry erase marker.
Okay, got it.
I
Oh, I
can
love that.
It works out really good. I've got it all around and I kind of in the middle of it.
Uh-huh.
And
So you're
so,
doing that while you're doing your makeup or just waking up. Okay, that's
yep.
fun.
And
So you're writing, I am beautiful, I'm strong, I'm healthy, I am happy, whatever.
I have inherent worth. I'm divine by nature. I am brave. I am strong. I am a dream facilitator, and I go
Yes.
through a ton of them. And, but because sometimes, as we go through, we get a little distracted, even though I'm reading them and I'm looking at
Right.
myself. I stop what I'm doing when I get to the end and I look directly at myself
Mm-hmm.
and I say, Tana, I love you.
Mm-hmm.
I am so proud of you. You are worthy. And I
Yes.
and I just I often will get emotional at that part because I think so often we forget.
Mm.
We forget.
So true. Yeah,
So
because if people aren't speaking that life over you, you are worthy, you are you're worthy, you are enough, etc. People aren't sitting around saying that to you. So you got to be your best friend, eye to eye. Love this. Okay. I will tell you that I used to teach a fitness exercise is 90 minutes a day, 90 minutes in the mirror, and you have to just stare at yourself. And I would just say those positive things. So, but it can be very confronting. Like it's easy for you and me because we've gotten practice, but for someone, this might be a real encounter if you try this tomorrow, where you might, yeah, it could be hard to see yourself. You got to get through those voices, wouldn't you say?
well, absolutely, because most people's default in the craziness in our head. I mean, because
Yeah.
we're always talking to ourselves. We always have things being in our minds. And
Mhm.
most of everybody's is default is negative.
Right.
So when we are looking directly at us and we're doing that mirror work, it
Mhm.
is such a gift because
Yeah.
because how often do we just take the time to connect with ourselves, with our souls?
Hmm. Not unless you're intentional about it.
Absolutely. Yes.
Yeah. I love
And
this challenge for people.
what we say matters. The words we use matter. It's such a huge, anything. I mean, whoever is listening to this, and if they decide to do this practice, you know, those are my affirmations. You can write your own affirmations. You
Right.
can do mantras. You can do whatever works for you. That's going to connect you back, back to you.
Beautiful. Thank you. So do it. Put it in the chat if you're going to do it. Say, I am in the chat if you're going to try this.
Another thing I
It's
was gonna
big.
say, I was teaching a class this one time and someone raised their hands and they said that they do it naked. And I know that sounds, I was like, oh, okay, because
Yeah.
they said she's learning to love her body. And
Yes.
I thought it was beautiful. I was like,
Hmm.
okay, you learn every nook and cranny, right? You just, I don't
So
know.
good.
I loved it.
I don't have a full length mirror in my bathroom, but I'm liking that.
Me
I'm
too.
liking that too.
Me too.
Yeah, that's
Um,
beautiful.
okay, so the next letter is M, and it stands for meditation.
Mhm.
And I used to be very much like squirrel,
Yeah.
something shiny. And so
Yeah.
meditation was hard for me. And so
Mhm.
I usually will do a guided meditation, usually because I like that. It just helps me to stay focused.
Yeah. Yes.
Um, but some people they can well, and I'm getting better at just quiet, so that's helpful.
Good. Yes.
And meditation, I think it's just kind of like a way to get our minds back in the driver's seat.
Yeah.
I feel like we can just get so distracted so easily, and it just helps us to reconnect and just
Slow
okay,
down.
slow down.
Yes.
Yep. So the last one is for an M, it's for movement.
Okay.
And for me, I used to use like exercise as an all or nothing. If I couldn't work
Okay.
out for my full workout, I wouldn't work out. Or
Mm,
if I couldn't work out for half an hour, I wouldn't work out. So
okay.
I
Right.
I literally gave myself permission to just move. It didn't
Okay.
it didn't matter if it was 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever. If I was
Mhm.
dancing, if I was walking, if I was whatever my body needs is what I'll do, and for however long it needs to.
That's
And
good.
so it's been a gift that I've given myself because my body just It loves it. It loves just to be able to move.
Yes.
Sometimes I'm doing push-ups, sometimes I'm lifting weights, and I just let my body decide what it wants to do.
That is so important. I like how you're saying a lot of people will go all or none, or I'll start Monday, or I don't have the shoes, or I don't have this, I don't look in my outfit, and they use all these excuses where you've just obliterated all those excuses. Just move.
Yep.
It could be a walk, it could be stretch, it could be anything simple. This is so good. So, how long does this routine take you generally?
Oh, not very long. I mean, it depends on how long I walk. Like I went walking this morning for an hour. My body was like, let's go walking. So I went walking for an hour. Intentional. I mean, when I get up in the morning, I do it even before I get out of bed. So that's an
Okay.
easy. My affirmations, that's just as I'm brushing my teeth, as I'm pulling my hair up to go and do my meditation.
Mhm.
And then I do my meditation depending on my morning. I'll find a
Okay.
guided one for half an hour, or I'll find a guided one for 5 minutes.
Perfect.
Just
So, an
depends
app that you might recommend, you might have one, but one I've used is called Insight Timer.
what I use that one. I love
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, so that's easy and people can use that. Okay. So what has been the distinct difference for you now that you have your IM method, you're using this practice daily before and after? How is that? What are some of the benefits you've received and achieved?
I can definitely say that I am a much happier person. I'm more fulfilled. I am more grounded. I think I'm a more loving person. I am able to see people in a different light
Yes.
because I feel like it's made me have more empathy. Uh,
Mhm. Yeah, as you've had compassion on you, you're more compassionate with other people.
that's right.
Those are some juicy benefits. Some
Absolutely.
juicy benefits. I love that. And then tell us what is a dream facilitator? Like what is that and what do you do and how does that work?
So what happened with me is I started my real estate company and I called my tagline was dream facilitator. And as I've gotten more and more into my worthy practice and I speak on it and retreats and things like that is I'm like, I am a dream facilitator. I help
Yes.
people as you find your worth, you realize you're worthy of your dreams.
Ooh, yes.
So
That's huge.
I feel like it goes across the board for me.
Right. Because then you're like, I don't want this in your case as a realtor. People are thinking, well, wait, I am worthy. I can't have my dream house. I
Mhm.
can't have my dream relationship or dream body or dream whatever. And that's so cool. So how long have you done real estate?
I'm in my 7th year.
Okay. Okay. So yeah,
And
amazing.
and the whole reason why I started with Dream Facilitator is am so huge about the American dream and
Yes.
owning a piece of our country. You know,
Uh-huh.
I think it's amazing. I think that we live in an amazing country that we have that opportunity. And so
Mhm.
that was my initial starting for Dream Facilitator.
American Dream. Awesome. Well, how can we get a hold of you? How can we follow you? Or maybe you have a free yumminess. I think you do. Want to share it with us?
I do. So on Instagram, I'm Tana's Front Porch. On TikTok, I'm Tana's Front Porch. And on YouTube, I'm Tana's Front Porch. I'm just getting that going. And then you can, my email is tanasfrontporch@gmail.com.
Easy.
I know.
So TANNA front apostrophe S.
No, well, yes, my TANNA, yes, apostrophe S, Front Porch, Tana's Front Porch. I was thinking of
Okay.
my email and there's not an apostrophe, but
Okay,
yeah.
got it. Yes. Okay. Tennis front porch. And then
And then I have a I am worthy PDF. Can you see that? It came in for a minute.
oh,
Oh, there
there it
we
is. Yes.
um
Ooh.
if you want to do the practice, you can go on my link tree and I will send you the this I am worthy PDF and you can do that. Um
Ooh.
and on the back it has a poem that I wrote. Um and it's called an I am worthy prayer. I can read it to you.
Yes.
Okay. It says, I am worthy. My soul is bigger and brighter than I can even imagine. I am what stars are made of. I am full of light so blinding that it is only dimmed by the body that encompasses it. I open my heart, I open my mind, I open my soul to let it guide me to my power, grace, and self love. I am strong, I am brave, I am unstoppable, I am loved, I am worthy.
So beautiful. Just reading that every day would change everything, rearrange the cells in the body. Well, thank you so much. Okay, so Tana's front porch on all the channels. Such a dream being able to be with you today. I hope everybody enjoys this video and that it supports you. And because once you own your worth, there's a before and then there's an after. It sounds like it's like you're going to just get way more dreams when you actually are owning your worth, and
Absolutely.
then increase that and inspire everyone else around you. So thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate you, Tana.
Good.
And guys, make sure you watch the next video, do all the YouTubey things down below, subscribe, comment, follow you, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.